Hello everybody, I'm Count Christo and welcome back to the Roman Reclamation campaign. It may have been a mere 24 hours for you, but it has been about a week and a half or so for me since I last played, so I apologise if it takes me a second to get re-familiarised. We're obviously doing extremely well. I noticed just before I started recording that the Eternal City has finally accepted and returned to the one true faith, which is very good news. We are currently in a religious war against the Juliarids, which is looking pretty good. I suspect we're going to take a fair amount of land from them in this one. They've got lots of Orthodox heretics in their land that I think we may wish to take from them in this war. All this area is Miaphysite, yeah. And because Miaphysite are heretics to us, rather than heathens, we have substantially more missionary strength against them. An extra 4% compared to our base, so we would probably be able to convert them relatively quickly. I don't recall if I had other long-term goals in this war. I mean, consolidating our control over the Caucasus trade is pretty good. There is a time limit I would like to mention at this juncture. So, if we look at institutions, global trade, right? This spawns in 1600 in the most valuable trade node, and it spawns for the most powerful trader in that trade node. Obviously, we want that to be us. So, by 1600, we want to make certain our trade node is the most valuable in the world. That's going to be tough, because China is rich as all hell. Not income. Let's take a look at total trade nodes. So, right now, we are by far the richest we know of. But China tends to be extremely rich. So, basically, by 1600, I want to have total control of the Tyrrhenian Sea, and I want to be transferring trade to the Tyrrhenian Sea, so this is extremely wealthy. That's the plan. That's what we will try and pull off. We've got some idling transports. Got a ship here, trade ship, ready to go and begin their merry privateering ways. Where should we send him? I've got Western Med, Western Med, Western Med, a bunch in the Tyrrhenian, and a bunch in the Adriatic. Sure, let's send him to the Western Med then. Awesome. Got some cores we could do. No overextension cores? No, indeed. Some cores that we only have territorials in right now, but that's okay. We can let them core over time. That should be fine. Okay, war. Let's go. We're fighting down here. Not great odds. Oh no, right, they're retreating. Okay, cool. There they go. What's our mission? Recover Tripolitania for Rome. Not the most important from a trade perspective, but not bad. Being able to pull some money out of the Barbary coast up to the Tyrrhenian will be useful. So where actually is it? Oh, it's this area, okay. Well, that's some Egyptian control. That's useful. Currently transferring a bunch out of Egypt. We have got some paper production. We'll want to interact with this province once it finishes coring to switch them to the one true production of leather. Continental Arts and Culture Centre down here. That's excellent news. Okay, we do have a claim here. Nice. We will obviously want to kill these guys. Probably right about now. Well, next time we go to war with the Mamluks for them, but we could do these guys now. Because we just want to consolidate this area generally. And I think there are some, yeah, lots of Miaphysites in here that we want to regain control over. Very few Muslims in this region, interestingly enough. Obviously, the decline of Islam event is rapidly converting all of this land to us. Not Anatolia, the Levant, almost entirely converted over now. That's fantastic. Missionaries working in Jerusalem right now. Always good. Okay, what's the estate situation? They're very pleased with us, apart from the lesser nobles, but it looks like we are making the lesser nobles pretty pleased right now. Tribals are ecstatic. States not as influential as I'd like. If we could get the autonomy down. I guess it's this huge autonomy down in Egypt that's really going to be helping the estate's influence right now. But, you know, as I've said a couple of times, wealthy estates, they're not straight out bad like they are, not like they are, but like autonomy is in vanilla. Who else do we want claims on? Naples does seem like the main one, and we need to seize this western part of the boot in order to get more control over the Tyrrhenian. Who else could I be fabricating on right now? Florence? Yeah. Florence seems good. And honestly, the Juliarids seems good too. Gives me a little bit more siege speed. Economy, rock solid. Fantastic. Glorification of a saint. Free basilica, or 50% chance you get stability points. Well, obviously. Go for the stability points. Court in Naples. That's unfortunate. Got loads and loads of manpower. How is our coalition map mode looking? Some pretty peeved Italians, and obviously the Sunni are very mad. But we've basically put ourselves in a position where we could take on a unified coalition of all of Islam. So, not actually all of Islam, obviously, because that would be Africa as well, but pretty much. The loss of the Tyrolean Habsburg family. Okay, so Habsburgs are uniting. Bohemia, you need to push against Austria, or they're going to unify against you. Do I want to get Private Watchman right now? We're doing an idea group? Yes, but it's trade ideas. We're focusing Diplo? We're not. We might want to focus Diplo. Get trade ideas banged out. Yep, let's do it. Might also want to replace this guy, though he is a really good type for us right now with the improve relations. Yeah. We're way ahead on Miltech. We are indeed. Let's take it. I'm sure I'll have somewhere good for this state. Central Italy could be good. It's rich with Rome and Umbria as well. Umbria is a big city. Isn't this place a pretty good city? Yeah. So there's 27 urban pop in that state. It's pretty good. 28, 29, 30 urban pop in that state. It's pretty good. But Cairo, super important state down here. And Alexandria. It's not, well, it might be as much urban pop. Yeah, definitely in Cairo. Let's wait for the cause down here and put the states in Egypt. Get the autonomy down there a bit. Another occupation. Great. They don't have an army left. They actually do have a fairly large army. Okay. We should remain vigilant then. Where are you headed? Let's go deal with this guy. He's sieging down Jerusalem. How dare he? This army obviously is just going to stand by until we finish this siege. Then we can spread out here a bit more once we've gotten rid of that zone of control. I really hope he doesn't win this siege. I don't think he'd reset the missionary. But I'm not sure. You can just rush Mosul. What's the war goal? Take somewhere. Where was that? Here. Yeah. Okay, well we'll move on there after we complete this siege. That seems good. So we need a war against Egypt. Sorry, the Mamluks. And one more against Tunis to complete this mission. Get some nice free cores. Which, of course, is always what we like to see. We are at war with Hejaz right now. Ooh. You know what we could do? We could destroy the Kaaba. That could be good. Which makes Wahhabism spawn in this area. And I think it might generally damage the Muslims of the world. Which, obviously, fanatical Orthodox types that we are, is just our kind of thing. Another conversion. Good. Just keep them coming. Nice. Caught them there in El Karak. Sweet. And another conversion. Doo-doo-doo. Awesome. So should we go burn the Kaaba? I mean, it seems only logical, doesn't it? It makes perfect sense from a roleplay perspective. What is this? 2 trade ships? I bet I could take that with 14 transports. Let's see. I don't want to lose any transports, so I probably will retreat. Yeah, I'm going to give up. This darn event is bugged or something. So we're just going to permit. I'm going to stop taking the big prestige hits. I know, we tried for so long. We tried so hard, doesn't even matter, etc, etc. But, you know, whatever. We'll just live with it. Mine complex. Oh, whoa. We built a lot of mine complexes recently, apparently. Awesome. Oh, yes, I do remember that. Like I said, it's been a while. Another trade ship. Go to Western Med. Thank you very much. And are we building the next tier shipyard here? I don't think we can yet. Oh, we can actually. It's pretty good. Doesn't actually help with ship cost. Oh no, it does help with ship cost. An extra 5% off ship cost. Cool. So these dockyards are super important for communication efficiency. And I have to imagine communication efficiency up to Naples isn't looking great right now. Yeah, it's only average. So I think the next big investment that we're going to make is in working towards having a really good network of trade harbors connecting us up here so that we get better trade income up here, which will help just from having the trade harbors, but also much better communication efficiency with our new Italian holdings. So to get a communication to Naples, where does it go? It goes from 1402. It's going directly from the capital. I bet if there was a better trade harbour here, it wouldn't go directly from the capital. It would go here first. That's my suspicion, because there is a natural harbour here, which decreases communication time. So the next priority, we're going to get a trade dockland in Athens. There goes the Siege of Mosul. I believe we're on hostile sieging, right? Where can I see that? Here? Siege ability? Yeah. Yeah, we're strongly encouraging looting. So we're going to loot the Christ out of Persia here. Western Persia, anyway. That's the plan. Just get stupid amounts of loot. We won't get that much because it's not a hugely rich area. How much have we got so far? Not bad. 400 ducats. It's not much, but it's not nothing. I'm going to win this siege and then move down here. You're presumably suffering a bunch of attrition because it's all tribal lands and the supply limit and yada yada yada. Yeah. Islam in decline. We've made converts. Sweet. Georgia's hiring out men to our foes, are they? Interesting. Well, we won't tolerate that. We will send a pious missionary. Sorry about the sirens outside. It's rather stuffy in my room at the moment, so I'm afraid I'm not going to... Oh, hello. You're way behind on Miltech, yes? 19 to 24? Yep, okay. I think we could beat them, especially since we have a better general. Quite a lot better. Let's take the fight. Take a risk. Gotta take some risks in this life. Oh, they have another 8,000. That could be a problem. I may wish to reverse the direction of these guys to come help. But I think we're still going to win. What is combat width right now? 17, so we're not much under it. They will be flanking us a bit. They do have some cavalry. But I reckon... Spreading the faith, good, more legitimacy. Oh, look at that morale difference. Oh my lord. Wow. Yeah, get crushed. We are going to lose without the reinforcements, but the reinforcements are coming. So we should be okay. Very nice roll there. Oh, that's a bad roll, but these guys are going to be here. Maybe not in time. We might get stack wiped because our morale's so high, which is frustrating. So we're going to retreat to make sure that doesn't happen. When you have such high morale, we did kill more than we lost. Oh, and he's a siege specialist because of that battle, apparently. That makes perfect sense. Unfortunately, when your morale is so much higher than the enemy's, you can sometimes accidentally just get stack wiped because your men all die before your morale runs out. White Horde and Triste have entered a coalition. I think that will probably disband pretty quickly. This area is no forts. Yeah. Let's get it sieged in a timely manner then. Nice. Whole bunch of cores coming in Egypt. We might see a big Egyptian rebellion when we get those cores done. Extra 12 unrest in all those provinces is not insignificant. More trade range, more ship trade power propagation. Sweet. Now ship trade power propagation plus 5%. Let's take a moment, work out what the heck that means. Because I think ship trade power at the moment does not propagate at all. So does plus 5% mean 5% of the trade power is influenced in downstream nodes? Let's take a look. So, you, good sirs, you're currently privateering the Adriatic. If you could be so good as to protect in the Aegean for a month, then I will take a look at the end of the month. You guys, serious risk of stack wipe. Retreat behind the fort just while they recover. And obviously I've put them in friendly territory to make their reinforcement rate as fast as possible. Free core in Shonahai, which is our religion, our culture, or at least accepted religion, our culture. I just want to see if that ever happens somewhere where we don't have our culture, because So I'm pretty sure you have to have your religion there in order to get it, or at least a tolerated religion. But I think it has to be your religion. But I don't know about whether it has to be your culture. Of course, I could just check the event, which I may well do between this episode and the next, but we'll see. Really want to win this siege down here quickly so we can send these guys north to support the Baghdad siege, because I think these guys are in a risky position right now. Peace offer from Hejaz. No, I'm afraid first I'm going to burn down the holiest site in Islam. Culture shift. Shift to Armenian. Huh. Interesting. I don't think that really affects us. I don't think we're accepting Armenian. Oh no, we're accepting one of the Armenians. I think it's Western that we accept. Doo-doo-doo. Another trade ship coming out. Excellent news. She'd be so good. Alright, so we've had a monthly tick. So, in the Aegean, our trade power from light ships is 54. In Egypt, our trade power from light ships is 0. But transfers from traders downstream is 36.3. 36.3. 36.3. 36.3. Don't forget. And we'll see at the end of the month if that goes down. To the administration, of course. We've got a lot of coring to do in this campaign. Okay, there goes the monthly tick. 36.3 goes to 36.2. Sorry, 0.1. It's 0.2 lower. So, yeah, I think that's worthless. Completely worthless, as far as I can tell. That transfer from trade, that increased trade transfer. Although I think there's one in maritime trade, which we can't actually get because we don't have exploration. Not exploration, naval. And obviously we'll never take naval. There's one you can get in there which makes it even higher, I think. But, I don't know. That really doesn't seem significant enough to me. So they're sieging us here, are they? I don't really want to engage them 2-to-1. Give me another 2 months and I'll be over the moon to go and engage them there. Let's merge up our Western Med privateering fleets. I don't think it's likely anyone's going to declare on us. But A, it just clears up the outliner, which is always something I am keen on. But also, yeah, even if someone did declare war on us, we want to have them consolidated. If we could just dart in here. No, we take the fight with a 3. Let's back off slightly. We want to have them be doing sieges where possible. Alright, here it comes. The holiest site in Islam is the Black Stone Shrine in Mecca, which all Muslims trade towards. If we destroy it, we will deal a blow to Muslims everywhere. Do it. The birthplace of Islam is Mecca. The holiest site in Mecca is the black stone structure known as the Kaaba. I can hear my Granadan campaign screaming from a different timeline. Now it lays within our reach, awaiting our judgment upon it. Should we destroy it? No longer would pilgrims be able to make the Hajj. It would show that even the heart of Islam, even in the heart of Islam, the Orthodox faith is stronger. It has been tried before, but if we could make it stick, it would make an impact around the world. It would also make us many enemies. Reduce the whole structure to rubble with our cannons. Takes 10 military power. You get some unrest. You get some Sunni regiments rise up in revolt. Everyone in the world hates us. Our provinces with Muslim ones, especially Arab ones, will gain plus 10 unrest. Well, you know, sometimes you just got to do it. We're under attack by some peasants. And has it instantly converted? No, not instantly. We'll see what happens down there. Yeah, Hejaz, you can go now that I've destroyed your holy site. So we have got some serious unrest here. How long does the religious unrest last? 20 years, wow. We're going to get some sizable Sunni rebellions going on. But that's okay. Negotiating peace with Hejaz, going to take place in the next month. Oh no! Our diplomat. That is a shame. Well, it means we can go up to a level 2 guy. And he's got some improved relations, so... Ooh, actually making a loss now. Army maintenance is pretty expensive. A child in the reeds. You don't have an heir? We don't. 264. He's pretty good, but he's weak claims. So, no, I don't think so. We're only 29. We've got a long life ahead of us. Okay, so those cores also going to ramp it up. There's some conversion. The destruction of the Kaaba. The radical Reformation. It is a sign of the end times for Muslims. The Kaaba, a holy site in all Islam, has been destroyed by Roman soldiers. With the Kaaba in ruins, Muslims everywhere, unable to fulfill the fifth pillar of Islam, the Hajj pilgrimage that all adult Muslims are expected to do once in their lifetime. Even worse, it's a daily humiliation, since all Muslims pray towards it 5 times a day, now knowing that the house of Allah is in ruins, a sign of Muslim weakness. The radical Reformation. Though many rulers of Europe have thrown off their loyalty to the Pope, they put themselves in his stead by seizing control of the nascent Protestant churches that replaced the Catholic Church. This made the new radical Reformed Church and its democratic and individualistic ideas anathema to them. Because of this, Protestants persecuted this new denomination as much or more than Catholics. It took these new reformers decades to find acceptance within Europe, but eventually their numbers forced others to grudgingly respect their faith. So I think that's the event that triggers Reformed. I didn't know we had many Protestants. Holy heck. France went Reformed. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So France, as well as some North German people, have all gone Reformed. There are no Protestant princes that I can see. There's some local Protestants, but... So that's really interesting. France is going to not really help out the Pope then. Got some huge persecution of Reformed and Protestants going on across all of France. I wonder if we'll see the French Wars of Religion in this campaign. I'm pretty sure that is a disaster in M&T. Not sure though. Alright, time to bring these guys back in. And that's right, I was going to negotiate with the Hijazi peoples. Hey look, I'm sorry I burnt down your big black rock. But I need some money. Cool. Which actually eliminates some of the reinforcements that are coming for that battle. It's pretty good. Got some more of them. Confirmation of a Metropolitan. I think we want to keep our men together as we siege this area. Siege, sorry. I guess we're also seizing it. But, yeah, just safer that way. Easier to win in Baghdad. Let's go chase them. Don't know if we're going to catch them here. Probably not, if I had to guess. So the Jalirids are taking some land in the internal Arabian area. It's usually very tough to hold any land down here. I suspect their capital's proximity to this little area in is making that substantially easier for you. Some Venetian separatists, eh? Well, easily dealt with. We'll just send over to the boats. So what are we actually going to take in this war? Good question, I'm glad you asked. I think we will try and seize as much as possible of this Christian land in here. Yeah. We don't necessarily want to take Chaldean. Chaldean... They're heretics, okay. Yeah, so they are also Christians. Mosul's a good city. Well, it's actually not that good. Our looting probably didn't help. There's also a... I thought there was a... whatever it's called, like a local religious ruler there. Doesn't look like it, though. Obviously, we want to make sure we take the actual fully Orthodox land. We don't really want to put Fars into a coalition, but it looks like this won't. Very low overextension. But yeah, something like this I think will be a nice addition. Let's keep the borders relatively pretty. Let's do something like this. And then if we take some land off Georgia as well. Georgia's Orthodox, yeah? Yeah. So I want to take all this land off Georgia. Are you guaranteed by the Jalirids? Yes. So we're going to want to go to war with them before we end the war with the Jalirids, as well as these guys. Them. You know who I mean. We want a zealous missionary, really. So choose the most pious. Yep, and we got him, because there's our extra missionary. Beautiful. Religious tensions, take your chances. Yep, easy wins. Down here, look at that. Stack wipe, beautiful, beautiful. Siege Basra, it's a big important place. Are we looking pretty good on numbers? Let's start to carpet siege a little. These guys obviously are going to take a while coming home. In fact, they actually can't. Oh, they can now, good. We've got conditional access through the Mamluks again. Sweet. All that was making that difficult was absence of that conditional earlier. So, should be easy now. You guys, there are some Venetians that need killing. Reminding of their place. I'm happy to see that the Orthodox conversions in Europe have stuck. the Austrians. I forgot the Austrians weren't Orthodox. Suddenly I'm glad that the Bohemians didn't successfully beat the Austrians up too much, because if they could convert Austria and a little bit over here for us, that would be very convenient. A newborn daughter. A 124. No, I'm sorry. She's not good enough for me to put up with a medium legitimacy claim right now. Obviously, our campaign bears the scars of a succession without an heir, but I'm prepared to take the chance to try and get a better guy. Or girl, in that case. We've got a fair amount of stability. How is our leather production? We're up to ample. Nice. Still getting silk, which I think is a bug. Good. Got them before they finish their siege. Excellent news. Bring these guys straight back down to the front. A diplomatic move. We will assign new diplomats, some free diplo points. Never go amiss. Quite a few people have asked what music mod I use recently. I don't. I'm not using any music mods at the moment, and this is just all in-game music and M&T music that you are hearing. I do have all the music DLCs, which is why it might sound unfamiliar to you on some of the tracks. Okay, well, the great looting of Persia will conclude. We're up to 1,600 ducats now. We'll conclude in the next episode. Until then, thank you ever so much for watching. I do hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.